Hi, I'm Zack Kiser and you're watching American Dog Pro Videos. Today our episode is about socialization. This is one of the most talked about topics when we're thinking about puppies and raising new dogs and rescue dogs and everything else. So we want to dive into pet owners' perspective on socialization versus dog training perspective on socialization. Let's get to it. Okay, so socialization has two definitions in the dictionary. The one that I think pet owners most commonly associate with the word socialization is the first definition that we see here called the activity of mixing well with others. And so this means that if we want to socialize a puppy under this definition, we want them to go out and meet everybody and every dog that they see. The problem is that when we take our puppies out and our young dogs out and let them meet and say hi and get pets and rewards and playtime from everyone they see, this can actually create a lot of behavioral problems in our dogs. It means that they are getting rewarded from everything else in the environment and not from us as the handler or the owner. And so what we get is a lot of pulling on the leash, barking, lunging, excitedness, lots of chaotic behavior that is not conducive to creating what we would want to be dog-friendly environments. So the second definition that we have here is the one that dog trainers more commonly associate with the term socialization, which means the process of learning to behave in a way that is acceptable to society. This is what we see as socialization. So in the way that we do that is by creating a lot of value towards the handler from the dog out in public and practicing our obedience when we introduce them to the rest of society. It's not to say that we shouldn't have any of this, but we need to make sure that this is kept in mind and that we create obedience and well-mannered pets as we also create friendly pets that mix well with others. When we focus entirely on the first definition here, what we can sometimes end up having is actually a negative interaction with our environment for our dogs. So an example of that might be that you are introducing your dog to a new dog that is unknown to you, and that dog is not the friendliest with puppies, and your puppy goes up excited to say hi, and the other dog does not take that well, and maybe they get a nip to the face or a growl or a negative interaction with them. The same goes for interacting with people. You never know if the person you're introducing your dog to is going to behave in a way that promotes good behavior and good interaction with your pet. They may interact with dogs strangely and create a nervous or frightening vibe to your dog or your puppy, and now you have a dog that starts to become weary of certain interactions. In this situation, where we focus more on the dog having good interaction with the handler, you can control that situation a lot more, and thus you can make sure that the dog has a positive and a healthy interaction with the environment. So what I mean by that is when we take our puppies and our young dogs out, we bring a lot of rewards with us. We bring their puppy training food, whatever it is that we use for that, and we go out and we reward them abundantly from the handler's perspective and practice our sits and our downs and maybe our middles and our luring and whatever they can handle. If the environment is too distracting for obedience, then we can just shovel food to them and give them food and let them learn that in the midst of all of these distractions, they're going to be receiving rewards from the owner. This does two things. It builds attentiveness towards the owner, obviously, but secondarily what it does is it associates those environments with rewards, with rewarding experiences, and that is something that you can control, where when we let them meet everybody they see and every dog that they see, it's really a toss-up to whether that's going to be a pleasant or a positive experience or not. And that's something that we want to avoid, is having our young dogs and our dogs that are new to us, puppies and young dogs new to us, having a negative interaction with their environment, with people and dogs that they meet. So I do recommend that you obviously introduce your pet to new people and new dogs, but I think that you should be selective and careful about how you go about that, and that you should focus a lot on creating value from yourself as the handler through rewards, which will in turn also associate the environment and the people and the dogs that come around with rewarding experiences from you. Alright, if you like what you saw here today in the video, you can follow the link in the description to our Patreon page where you'll see the rest of this video where we take little Bonsai out to socialize him as well as many other dog training videos. So if you have any suggestions for videos that you'd like to see, please place them in the comments. Thanks.